How much does 1x weigh? Good. Which equation represents the hanger balance? How can you find the value of x? Each equal group should have 1x in it. Find the number of groups you need. You can divide the weights on both sides into 3 equal groups. What is the value of x? Multiplication and division are inverse operations. To get x by itself, you divide it by 3 on both sides. That is because dividing by 3 is the opposite of multiplying by 3. Use the hanger balance to solve an equation. Which equation represents the hanger balance? How can you find the value of y? What is the value of y? That's it. You found that y equals 4 is the solution of the equation 8 equals 2y. This value of y makes the equation true. Solve 2n equals 10. How can you find the value of n? Complete the statement. What is the value of n? You found that n equals 5 is the solution of the equation 2n equals 10. This value of n makes the equation true. Solve 3 and 9/10 equals 3x. How can you find the value of x? What is the value of x? Well done. You found that x equals 1 and 3/10 is the solution of the equation 3 and 9/10 equals 3x. This value of x makes the equation true. Solve 1/4 w equals 8. How can you find the value of w? That's right. Dividing by 1/4 is the same as multiplying by 4. What is the value of w? Nice. You found that w equals 32 is the solution of the equation 1/4 w equals 8. This value of w makes the equation true. Solve 4x equals 84. Solve 120 and 5/10 equals 5z. Solve 1/5 y equals 10. First, simplify the left side of the equation by multiplying 15 times 1/3. Solve 15. Solve m divided by 5 equals 25. Papadums are a popular side dish in Indian cooking. The paper-thin crackers are usually made with lentil flour and one or more spices. Supriya makes papadums to sell in her food truck. She uses 12 ounces of dough to make each batch. She has 60 ounces of dough and wants to know how many batches she can make. Write a multiplication equation to describe the situation. Supriya makes papadums to sell in her food truck. She uses 12 ounces of dough to make each batch. She has 60 ounces of dough and wants to know how many batches she can make. Let B equal the number of batches of papadums Supriya can make. Complete the equation. Solve the equation. Way to go! Supriya can make 5 batches of papadums. One day, Supriya has 75 ounces of dough. How many full batches, B, of papadums can she make? First, write a multiplication equation for this situation. That's right. You can also write it as 12B equals 75. How many full batches of papadums can Supriya make? Solve the equation 12B equals 75. Divide both sides by 12 to get B by itself. Your answer should be a whole number of batches. 75 divided by 12 is 6 and 25 hundredths. Supriya can make 6 full batches and 25 1/100ths of another batch. That means Supriya can make 6 full batches of papadums. One day, Supriya has 75 ounces of dough. How many full batches, B, of papadums can she make? First, write a multiplication equation for this situation. That's right. You can also write it as 12b equals 75. How many full batches of papadums can... Diego earns $10.50 per hour at his summer job. He needs to earn $210 more to buy a new laptop computer. Diego wants to know how many hours he needs to work to buy the laptop. What should the variable represent in this problem? Let H be the number of hours Diego needs to work to buy the laptop. Write a multiplication equation to describe the situation. How many hours does Diego need to work to buy the laptop? A stalactite is a hanging rock created when water drips from the ceiling of a cave. Stalactites only grow about 1/200th inch every year. At this rate, how long will it take a stalactite to grow 5 inches? Let y be the number of years it will take the stalactite to grow 5 inches. Write a multiplication equation to describe the situation. How long will it take the stalactite to grow 5 inches? Nice work. Let's review what you learned today. You used equations to solve real-world problems. Kylie is buying glitter pens for a party. Each pen costs $1.50. Kylie has $9 to spend on the pens. Let P be the number of pens she can buy. Which equation represents the situation? You solved multiplication equations. Which operation can you use to solve 1 in 50 hundredths P equals 9? P is multiplied by 1 in 50 hundredths. To get P by itself, divide both sides by 1 in 50 hundredths. How many pens can Kylie buy?
Solve 9y equals 27. How can you find the value of y? What is the value? Solve 2m equals 480 and 6/10. Solve 15 equals 1/3 x. Multiply both sides by 3 to get x by itself. X equals 45. Charisse is putting jars of jam into boxes. She puts 8 jars into each box, and she has a total of 144 jars. Charisse wants to know how many boxes she needs. Let B be the number of boxes Charisse needs. Write a multiplication equation to describe the situation. How many boxes does Charisse need? A bathtub can hold 66 gallons of water. The faucet adds 5 5/10 gallons of water to the bathtub every minute. Find out how many minutes it takes to fill the empty bathtub. Let M be the number of minutes it takes to fill the bathtub. Write a multiplication equation to describe the situation. That's right. Let's write the equation this way. How many minutes does it take to fill the bathtub?